Hey feeling, what's good? This is your girl, I am the Bronze Goddess, and it's time for another strawberry letter. Let's go get them. This one is kind of long as they usually are, so I'm going to read a little bit of it and then I'm going to have to summarize it. I have an issue that I refuse to touch. I'm 26. I have traveled a lot of places and broadened my views in life. I lived in Mississippi for 7 years. My second year I met a guy. I used to actually babysit his sister's children. We met at her house haphazardly when I was 17 and he was 18. Anyway, he came to the point where we talked and he told me he was going overseas to fight in the war. I eventually decided to be his girlfriend because he hounded me for such a long time. This guy and I planned trips together to Georgia and Florida while he was away. When he came back, no lie, I talked to his mom even before we had sex. I don't get that part, but okay. Anyway, after a year of him being back, I broke it off. I suspected him of cheating. He went back to the girl he dated before me. They now have 2 children, but they're not together. 4 years ago, I finally got my high school diploma and I live in another state. I had been gone for 2 years. In 2010, I reconnected with him and we have been talking, and in our intimate moments, I found out different things about him. He has done crack. She says not to the extreme, but he has done it. And she said he has been intimate with several women. She decided in 2012 that she would move to another state, and she asked him if he wanted to move with her, but he declined. I'm going to go ahead and summarize it now just because of the length of the letter. So anyway, now that all of this has happened, he wants her back. Well, now that she's gotten her life together, she's got a job, she's in a new state, you know, she's doing really, really well for herself, and he's not doing as well. Now he finally wants her back, and she wants to know, what should she do? The reason why I wanted to do your particular strawberry letter is because this particular strawberry letter reminds me of a situation that I was going through. You know, some years ago, before I met my husband, I was dating this man that I felt like in the end of the relationship that I was dating him because I started to feel sorry for him. And I remember having a talk with my dad about it, and my dad told me very blunt, because my dad's always blunt, my dad said, you know, if he found somebody else, he would have dropped you in a minute. And a lot of times that's how it is. I think a lot of women, we're very emotional. We'll stay with men for different reasons beyond love. Sometimes we'll stay with men that we feel sorry for. I was with him because I felt sorry for him. He kept giving me these speeches about how, you know, his father had passed away, which I did feel sorry about that. It was several years ago, but his father passed away and his mom wasn't really around. And he just kept trying to make me feel like I was all that he had. And even if that were true, you still never owe it to someone to be with them because you feel sorry for them. Because I feel like when you're doing something like that, you are putting their happiness, their wants, their needs, their desires over yourself. And, you know, I cut it off with him and I've been happier ever since. And I feel like that's what you need to do. You don't even sound interested in him anymore. And to me, once a man chooses somebody else over me one time, you never get that option again. I would not, you said you don't sound like you're interested in him. You know, he went on, he had 2 kids, and, you know, he started telling you the more you found out about his life, the less attractive he seemed to you. So why would you even consider it now? Now that he wants you back, now that he's already done everything that he's ever wanted to do, now he wants to come back to you and treat you like sloppy seconds, and you're considering it. And what do you want to know what I think? I say no. I say you had your chance and you blew it. As far as I'm concerned, if it were me, I would just have to be the one that got away. But there is no way that after you've already chosen somebody over me, lived a life with this woman, whether it worked out or not, that has nothing to do with you. The fact that he chose her, lived this life with her, had a family with her, and now that it didn't work out, now he's coming around like, hey, what's up with you? As far as I'm concerned, don't worry about what's up with me. You ain't what's up with me, I know that. I would move on with my life. You sound like you have a lot going for yourself right now. And if to some men that really appeals to men, especially men who aren't doing very well with their own lives, some men love a woman like you because you got ambition and you got drive. And, you know, if you really love them, you'll take care of them. And I'm not sure if that's what he wants. I'm not saying that it is, but the first thing I would definitely do if I was in your situation is pray about it and ask God what he would have you to do. But just looking at the situation at face value, there is no way that I would, number one, take somebody back who did not pick me first. There is no way. There's too many men running around here loose, too many good men running around here loose, that I'm going to take this man who didn't even choose me. If you didn't choose me, I'd be doggone if I'm going to choose you. That's just how it is. It's just too many men for me to pick somebody who already picked somebody else over me. Because I feel like, there's certain types of men who feel like the grass is always greener. And that's him. He thought the grass was greener with the old girl. He went over there, tried it out, had 2 kids with her, and now he wants to see what's going on with you. No. Men like that, you have to be the one that got away. Never keep giving men like this chance after chance after chance, because when he's with you, I suspect that he's gonna think that somebody else might be a little bit better than you. And he'll treat you like second best over and over and over again. You teach somebody how to treat you. And for me, it might be the biggest lesson that he's ever learned, but he has to learn that lesson. And to me, the best way to teach him that lesson is to lose you forever. If I really was the one that you wanted, you should have chosen me. You should have not made a life for somebody else. And for me, that's how I would let it be. A lot of women do stay with men for a lot of reasons. Sometimes it is because you feel sorry for them. They may say, I don't have no place to go. I've just lost my job, baby. Like all this kind of stuff. But a lot of times men will use women until they get on their feet, and then they will leave. You should stay with somebody because you love them. Because I'm telling you, men don't think the way that women do. They are not wired the way that women are wired. A man can leave you and forget that your mama ever had you and be done with you. Women are women. I feel like sometimes women will pine for men. We'll carry on a love for a man for 20 years. We still have a crush on our high school sweetheart. We'll still have love for exes and things like that. But with men, when they're done, they're done. And you have to have that same mentality when a man is not your husband. You don't owe this man anything. And I don't care about the past. The past is the past. And sometimes you have to let the past stay in the past. He's lived his life. It's time for you to live yours. And don't you ever let somebody come back to you after they've already chosen somebody else and ask you for another chance. The answer is no, in my opinion, no. I'm the one that got away. I'm sorry that things didn't work out with you and old girl. And I hear you, you have all this time to think about it. And you should have chose me, coulda, woulda, shoulda. 2 kids? It took you 2 kids later. No, you tried it and it didn't work. But that don't have nothing to do with you. That has nothing to do with you that his relationship with her did not work out. I think that this man, he's done some soul searching, and he really feels like, you may be the one for him, but it's a little bit too little and it's a little bit too late, in my opinion. You guys let me know how you feel, and I'll see you all in the next video. Till next time, later, divas and dudes, deuces.